Hello, microphone fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the Afuoo W60 Pro professional wireless microphone. And as you can see, they got a very fancy box, and that's fine by me because that means they don't waste a lot of money on retail display of products that cost more money than that gets passed on to us, and then it goes in the garbage, unless it goes to me. Now, this is a set of two with anti-rolling rings and a couple other things. So it's got a nice soft shell case with a little carrying handle with an adjustable rubber handle thingy to reduce the strain on your hand if it ever gets like super heavy. It does come with 6 batteries, or was it? I think it was 6. No, 5 batteries. And in addition, here are the 2 rings, very colorful. So you can differentiate between 2 different people's rings if you have a sound system, which I don't have. And then it comes with a wireless transmitter receiver, well, actually receiver. And this takes 1 battery, AA. And that's a 6.35 millimeter plug RCA jack, which won't be on most computers, but they do provide an adapter to 3.5 millimeter. So you can put it on there. And this neck is flexible. Not that I'm saying you should play with it all the time. You shouldn't be like doing, 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 doing. Just because you're bored or something like that, you might wear out the wiring inside. It does have LEDs. Let me show you. Okay, so what you can see here is the top 2 are indicating that neither of the microphones are connected. If it's solid, that mic is connected. I don't know which is number 1 and which is number 2. Then the middle one where it has L and H, that's low and high battery power for the microphones. I don't know how you tell the difference between the 2 of them since there's only one indicator. Oh, wait, no, that's not low and high for battery. That's low and high, what's it called? Gain. That's the gain. And then the bottom light is the battery light, which I'm going to guess is the battery light for this device. Now, this will, if it doesn't have a signal for anything, if nothing's happening for long enough, it will turn itself off, which is, that's a nice little feature. And it's very common these days. I don't know if it was always such a common thing, but it is now. And as far as the microphones are concerned, this is what they look like. Nice looking, right? I'm going to put this back on if I can. And you can remove this, although there's really not much point in removing the black part because there's the battery compartment. It requires 2 AA's. So you're going to slide the first one in, nipple pointing up, and then you're going to slide the second one on top of it. And this little thing here acts to kind of hold them in place so they don't fall out if you have to open it up. And then you don't have to chase batteries rolling around, and people aren't doing pratfalls and things like that. So it's got a nice, I think that's an aluminum shell. And the other one looks exactly like this one, and that's why you need the anti-roller rings to tell one from the other. But strangely enough, it doesn't say on here whether it's number 1 or number 2. There is, however, an LED indicator there. And let me plug in a couple of batteries so that you can see that as well. Now, I don't like the buttons. The buttons are difficult to depress. But you can hopefully see the LED indicator that's flashing there for the microphone and the battery power that's solid green. So that's all there is to it, really. Once you turn them on, they automatically pair to the receiver. And they're easy to use. And as far as the quality, the range of the sound that they capture, it's almost as good as this. It maybe even as good as. It's just that there's one tiny problem. This set is not designed to be used for a computer. It is actually for, like, performing. So you would need to have a stereo system, an amplifier, or something else that you could plug into to be able to use this properly. Now, if you try to plug it in, it'll work. Unfortunately, there will only be one channel, and it'll be the left channel. So, it's kind of frustrating. So that's the bad news. The good news is I contacted the vendor and I said, hey, what's going on? Why isn't this working correctly? Am I doing something wrong? And he says, well, sorry, actually, it's not designed for use with computers. And I said, well, I really need this. I need a wireless set for what I do. And I'd be happy to return this if I could get a different set. And the guy said, well, on Thursday I should be back in the office and I'll be able to check and see if we've got a set that would work for you on your computer. So tomorrow I'm hoping to hear from them about that. And I mispronounced their name. I said Afuoo before. That's Afuoo, actually. Afuoo. O-O. And there's really not too much else to tell you. I was suitably impressed with the range, and I'm really sad that I won't be able to use this set, but hopefully what they'll send me will easily be as good as this. And if it's not, then I'm gonna actually have to ask them beforehand. Hey, what are you sending me? Does it have equal or better specs than the one that I've got right now? We'll see what happens. So that's all I have to share with you today about it. And for those of you who are wondering, are you sure you didn't make a mistake? Well, number one, I did experiment. I did play with my settings and all kinds of other things. And number two, they said this is not made for a PC, direct to PC, and I can't find an amp right now, and I can't afford an amp. I was asking my donor, but my donor doesn't have an amp either. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me. And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.